Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being of an individual. It's the fundamental right of everyone to enjoy the highest attainable standard of health, without distinction of race, religion, or political belief. On VOP TV, we bring you Health Check, a show that x-rays different health issues and provides solutions with the help of experts in the medical field. Join us every Tuesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Health Check. Health Check on VOP TV. Your health, our priority. Are you ready to connect with distinguished Nigerians around the world? The Diaspora Perspective. Complete physical, mental, and are you ready to connect with distinguished Nigerians around the world? The to share the views of Nigerians in the diaspora on burning issues.
From the street of New York, the royal cities of London, and the bustling cities of Europe, Voice of the People Television brings to you a roundtable and collage of interesting views from Nigerians in diaspora.
Join the host of the show and some Nigerians in diaspora, Dr. Damages, the flagship show, as they discuss the experiences, challenges, and triumphs of Nigerians living abroad.
Discussing and analyzing everything from politics, culture, policies, career success, and how Nigerians are staying connected to their roots. Showing every Saturday by 2 p.m. West African time and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
The Diaspora Perspective, giving a voice to Nigerians abroad.
To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector.
Hello and welcome to the 9 p.m. news on Voice of the People TV. I am Jerry Appiai.
And I am Vivian Oguche.
Before we begin the news, kindly visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trendy news. And first, the headlines. Tinubu'S board leadership responsible for Nigeria's new growth path, says Shettima.
And Reps Committee submits report on tax reforms.
Court dismisses new judges reported stepping down from Kano's trial.
ECOWAS to address consequences of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger withdrawal.
In business, NCC says over 8,000 telecom subscribers switched operators in January.
In entertainment, actress questions relevance of Nollywood guilds, associations.
In sport, Charles finally releases the Super Eagles squad for World Cup qualifiers. Now the news in detail. Vice President Kashim Shettima has credited President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's bold leadership and transformative policies for placing Nigeria on a new growth trajectory, making the country ripe for investment across various sectors. This is just as Brazil's Vice President Geraldo Alckmin is set to lead a delegation of top executives in the country's public and private sectors on a state visit to Nigeria for the second session of the Brazil-Nigeria Mechanism for Strategic Dialogue after over a decade-long break. Speaking on Tuesday during an update meeting with relevant ministers and heads of agencies at the presidential villa, Vice President Shettima noted that in President Bola Tinubu We have a leader who has shown that dexterity, that audacity to hope for a better tomorrow. Senator Shettima expressed satisfaction with the firm grasp of the real issues by ministers and the key sectors targeted by deliberations during the Brazil-Nigeria Strategic Dialogue Mechanism slated for the later part of the year.
And now the Committee on Finance on Tuesday laid before the House the report of the public hearing on the 4 tax bills presented to the House by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for consideration. The 4 bills, which have generated lots of controversy, were presented to the House in October 2024 to reform the nation's tax and generate more revenue for the government. Following a 3-day public hearing, the expanded House Committee on Finance went into a closed-door retreat at the Transcontinental to fine-tune submissions from the public. Chairman of the committee, James Abiodun Faleke, laid the report before the House at plenary for consideration. The bills will now be listed at a later date for consideration and passage by the House, but it is not clear when the bills will be listed, as they are not part of the notice paper released for the week.
The Federal High Court has dismissed report that the newly assigned judge has stepped down from the protracted trial of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. A publication circulating on the social media had claimed that the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Soho, was the new judge in Kanu's case and had withdrawn, citing the illegality of his arrest. However, in a statement on Tuesday by the Chief Registrar, Suleiman Hassan, the Federal High Court described the report as false and misleading. Hassan said the claim was entirely unfounded, facetious, grossly mischievous, damaging in intent, and should be disregarded in its entirety. According to the statement, the court refutes the false and misleading report alleging that Justice Soho has stepped down from Kanu's case and made statements regarding the legality of his arrest. Hassan added that the true position is that Justice Soho, in his capacity as Chief Judge, has reassigned Kanu's case from Justice Binta Yako to another judge.
And now the Economic Community of West African States Commission says it has initiated a contingency plan to mitigate unforeseen consequences of the withdrawal of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger from the regional body. The Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Abdul Fattah Musa, disclosed this at a meeting at the ECOWAS Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff on Tuesday in Abuja. Musa said the formal withdrawal of the 3 countries from the regional bloc on the 29th of January required a critical analysis of the security arrangement within West Africa and the Sahel. He called on ECOWAS defense chiefs to critically examine the implications of their withdrawal on regional security in the course of their deliberations. According to him, Central Sahel continues to be the epicenter of insecurity, while the littoral states continue to bear the pressure. Citing the Global Terrorism Index, Musa noted that Sahel accounted for 51% of global terrorism deaths in 2024. He added that weak governance, ethnic tensions, and ecological degradation have fueled terrorism, worsened by transnational jihadist groups and geopolitical competition.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has refuted claims that it delayed or blocked the importation of vital anti-leprosy medicines. Reacting to a recent BBC report, NAFDAC stated on its X handle on Tuesday that it remains committed to safeguarding public health through stringent quality control measures. It explained that its clean report of inspection and analysis scheme, which has been in place since 2002 and got enhanced in 2020, ensures that medicines imported from high-risk countries like India and China meet global quality standards before entering Nigeria. According to the agency, a key requirement under this scheme is the Certificate of Pharmaceutical Products, which is an internationally recognized document issued by the regulatory authority of the originating country. NAFDAC further revealed that the manufacturer of the anti-leprosy drugs in question failed to obtain the COPP from Indian authorities. following an appeal from the World Health Organization. However, NAFDAC said it requested laboratory evaluation result from an approved CRIA laboratory in India. It added that upon receiving satisfactory test results, it approved the release of the medicines for export to Nigeria, thereby balancing patient needs with regulatory compliance.
Away from Transportation has refuted claims that the minister, Said Al-Khali, diverted $3 billion railway project from the southeast to his home state, Gombe. Reacting to the online publication, the Director of Information, Janet McDixon, described the allegation as false, malicious, and misleading. The ministry clarified that no railway construction was ongoing in Gombe. It explained that the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri narrow-gauge railway rehabilitation project was awarded to Messrs. China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation in November 2020. The statement added that work Harcourt to Aba, with train services operational along that corridor, while rehabilitation work from Aba to Enugu is ongoing. However, it disclosed that the slow pace of work is due to funding constraints, stating that the ministry was working closely with the contractor to secure the necessary funds for its completion.
Political shakeup. Former Kaduna State Governor and founding member of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Nasser El-Rufai, has officially defected to the Social Democratic Party, sparking reactions from various political stakeholders. However, citizens are also giving diverse views on this development ahead of the 2027 elections. VOP TV's Matthew Ogunsoda has the rest of the report.
Kaduna State Governor and founding member of the All Progressives Congress, Nasir El-Rufai, has defected to the Social Democratic Party, citing a misalignment between his values and the current direction on his ex-handle on Monday. El-Rufai expressed disappointment with the APC's leadership, accusing the party of deviating from the progressive ideals of its founding members. Reacting to the defection, Special Advisor to the President on Policy Communications, Daniel Bwala, dismissed El-Rufai's move as driven by personal ambition rather than political ideology. Bwala, via his verified ex-handle, emphasized that while El-Rufai has the constitutional right to switch parties, his relevance is not as significant as portrayed. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State chapter of the APC remained unfazed by El-Rufai's departure. The secretary of the Kaduna APC, Yaya Baba Pate, told journalists that the party's growing strength, evidenced by the influx of high-profile politicians, will not be affected by El-Rufai's defection. As Voice of the People TV, we are on the street to gather citizens' opinion on this development.
All same of the same. Rufai going to SDP, Atiku going to APC, the other one to the other one. They are all same of the same. There's no changes. The truth is this. I would just really wish you can go back to the military regime. Because these so-called politics of the thing, they are not helping the country and it's making the country go down the drain. Imagine comparing Nigeria currency to Ghana currency. Now, so that 100 naira to Nigeria to Ghana currency that year, we can be bold to say yes, Nigeria is a giant of Africa, but these days we are not even the dog of Africa because we are going down the drain. Anyone who deflects to another party, they are all same of the same. They have nothing to offer.
They are all the same thing. PDP, APC, they are all one. They are using all Nigeria to art film. All of them will be together in the club and begin rehearse how they are going to do Nigeria. And the plan is works for them. Some of them will leak, they will stay for one post, whereas they have left the post, they get another appointment. They will still receive money for that post again and receive another money for the other appointment. All of them, they are the same thing. They just use it to play game. It's only God can help us in this Nigeria. It's only God.
As the 2027 election approach, the political atmosphere remains charged with various opinions. However, with El-Rufai's defection from the All Progressives Congress to the SDP, many citizens have opined that party defection could be significant, but the focus should be on political parties working together to fix Nigeria and make the... In Lagos, for Voice of the People TV, I'm Matthew Ogunsoada.
Well, Matthew, thank you for that report. But Jerry, if you listen to the respondents, the forecast was very dark. Nigerians are just indifferent. Cross-carpeting now has become like daily bread, so they're used to it.
I almost got into trouble when I said on the issues this evening that...
That's your show.
Yeah, there's no permanent friends in politics, just permanent interest. On the part of talking about analysts virtually, he was not happy with that line of thought. But
What was his grouse?
He was angry that our politicians no longer have standards and Nigerians are applauding them to continue in that trend. It looks like one man opinion over the argument that if you can't beat them, you join them. But it's pretty sad that we have politics in Africa that's looking like it's different from the politics which was copied, which says government for the people, by the people, and for the people.
Yeah, but we do hope that eventually things work out. You do remember the former President Olusegun Obasanjo said democracy is no longer working for Nigeria and Africa, and then he proposed Afro-democracy.
Yeah, it's looking like that.
All right, we'll move on. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has restricted his administration's commitment to fully implementing the Supreme Court's recent judgment on the political crisis in the state. Fubara gave the assurance during the inauguration of the new judges' quarters, a housing facility completed by his administration for indigenous judges by the birth of marriage in Port Harcourt City local government area on Tuesday. He said the important thing in all that is happening has been the protection of the interests of the state above whatever personal interest that anybody could hold or canvass. He explained that it has not been an easy 16 months, adding that the losses in terms of money expended in prosecuting the political crisis on both sides was regrettable. According to him, such financial resources and other efforts would have been more profitable if synergized and channeled to courses that promote the good of the state. Meanwhile, the governor said the project further shows that his administration takes the welfare of judicial officers seriously.
Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, the suspended Kogi Central lawmaker, has taken her case to the Inter-Parliamentary Union (IPU) meeting at the United Nations in New York. At the Women in Parliament session held during the IPU meeting, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan called for justice and intervention from global democratic institutions, alleging that a suspension from the Nigerian Senate was unlawful. The senator, who was suspended after a heated exchange with Senate President Godswill Akpabio, argued that she was being victimized for standing up against injustice. She expressed concerns over her security, claiming that there are indications she could be held against her will in New York for speaking out on the matter at the global event. By bringing her case to the UN and the IPU, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan seeks international support against what she describes as political oppression, further escalating an already tense situation in Nigeria's political landscape.
Well, let's take you to Kaduna State, where the governor, Ubasani, on Tuesday performed the groundbreaking for a 24-kilometer Kaduna Bus Rapid Transport KBRT project, which is first of its kind in northern Nigeria and second in Nigeria after Lagos. The project is to be implemented in collaboration with a French firm and Kaduna State government through Kaduna State Transport Regulatory Authority, CATSTRA. Speaking during the official project launch at Kakuri area of Kaduna South, Sani said when completed, the project will enhance public transportation, foster sustainable urban development, and improve the quality of life of citizens. According to the governor, the project, which includes construction of a terminal at Kakuri, will also serve as a vital hub for the state's transportation network on the southern axis of the state.
The House of Representatives has ordered total shutdown of porn websites nationwide. It directed the Nigerian Communications Commission to enforce the immediate shutdown of the websites in the country. The House gave the directive during plenary on Tuesday. The lawmakers suggested that the internet providers must block access under the new directive. Member representing the Faskari, Kankara, Sabua Federal Constituency, Dalhatu Tefuki, sponsored a motion calling it a step to protect societal values. Tefuki moved the motion for the need to block internet websites posting pornographic content and sanction the internet service providers responsible for the posting. He added that the House noted that cyber pornography was fast becoming a global problem and no concrete steps had been taken to curb its phenomenon in Nigeria.
Well, let's move to Osun State now, where Governor Ademola Adeleke on Tuesday unveiled projects listed for execution under the second phase of his infrastructure plan, assuring that his administration would ensure speedy completion of the projects. The governor, at the media briefing held at the government secretariat where the projects were unveiled, said the state would expend a sum of 159 billion naira on the projects. Captured under health, road projects and health, Adeleke said inherited projects that include Osogbo Iwo or your state boundary road at a cost of over 5 billion naira, as well as other projects, would be taken to a new milestone this year.
All right, coming up next is business, entertainment, and sports stories after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. And now to business. 8,708 subscribers switched networks in January 2025 as Nigerians' mobile number portability surged by 190% compared to the 2,998 in December 2024. The surge in porting is attributed to several factors, including poor network quality, competitive pricing, and improved customer service from rival operators. According to data from the Nigerian Communications Commission, Nine Mobile recorded the highest customer losses, with 6,716 subscribers leaving the network to fellow competitors. In spite of the rise in porting activity, Nine Mobile attracted only 7 new customers in January. The operator, which once held a strong market position, has struggled in recent years, with its subscriber base stagnant at 3.2 million for 3 consecutive months. This is a significant drop from its 23.4 million in 2015, when it held a 15.7% market share. The increase in porting activity reflects growing dissatisfaction with service quality and pricing, prompting subscribers to seek better options. MTN gained 5,551 new subscribers through porting and lost 1,188 to other networks. Airtel added 2,414 and lost 399, while Globacom registered 736 incoming subscribers and lost 405.
Also, business news: Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies tumbled on Tuesday as concerns over the United States economy and trade tensions grew. Bitcoin dropped 3.2% to $79,937 after hitting a low of $76,624. Ethereum also fell sharply by 7.5% to $1,911, while the global crypto market cap declined 4.3% to $2.6 trillion, according to reports. Solana, XRP, Cardano, as well as others, suffered losses, and according to stakeholders, the crypto market is seeing its major downturn, spiked by fears of a coming recession, and the overall market sell-offs are spurring this pullback.
Super Eagles head coach Eric Chen has announced his final 23-man squad ahead of Nigeria's 2026 World Cup qualifying fixtures against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. The coach had released an expanded provisional squad of 39 players last week. However, he released the final list today for what will be his debut matches in charge of the 3-time African champions. The The squad consists of 3 goalkeepers, 6 defenders, 6 midfielders, and 7 forwards, with a mix of experienced names and new faces. The 44 squad leads includes goalkeepers Amaso Basoje, Kayode Bankole, and Stanley Wambali, as well as defenders Bright Oshayi Samuel, Bruno Oyemachi, Calvin Basi, Olaino Igor Ogbu, and William Trust Ekong. The midfielders are Alexi Obi, Al Hassan Yusuf, Joe Aribo, Papa Daniel Mustafa, Rafael Onyedika, and Wilfred Ndidi. And finally, Ademola Lukman, Moses Simon, Nathan Teller, Sadiq Romaro, Samuel Chukwese, Tolu Arokodare, Victor Boniface, and Victor Simen are the forwards.
Well, so sports news now. Nottingham Forest defender Ola Aina has emerged the best ball winner in defensive areas across Europe's top 5 leagues, according to statistics from Who Scored. The 28-year-old fullback has been a standout performer for Forest this season, playing over 2,500 minutes in all competitions and delivering his most impressive campaign yet at the top level. In a report on Tuesday, the club said Aina has won the ball back in defensive areas a full 13 times more than any other player, putting him top of the list across the continent. His defensive dominance has been instrumental in Forest's solid backline, contributing significantly to goalkeeper Marcel's 12 Premier League clean sheets, which is the highest in the division this season and joined most of Aina's career. Forest added that Aina has also been a key disruptor in opposition attacks, leading the squad with 30 interceptions in 2024-2025, a statistics that places him joint 26th across the entire Premier League.
In about to entertainment, where actress Mary Njoku has raised concerns about the benefits of joining Nollywood guilds and associations, questioning their impact on members. In a post on her Instagram story, Njoku revealed that she struggled to provide a clear answer when an up-and-coming filmmaker asked about the advantages of guild membership. She urged the Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, and other Nollywood associations to clarify and present evidence of the tangible benefits they offer to their members. According to the National Film and Video Censors Board, there are 22 approved Nollywood guilds and associations, including the AGN and Theatre Arts and Motion Picture Practitioners Association of Nigeria.
Well, it's a wrap on the news at 9. Before we go though, a quick look at the headlines. We told you that Tinubu'S bold leadership is responsible for Nigeria's new growth path. That's coming from Vice President Shettima.
RIP's committee submits a report on tax reforms.
And court dismisses new judges reported stepping down from Kano's trial.
ECOWAS to address consequences of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger withdrawal.
In business, NCC says over 8,000 telecom subscribers switched operators in January.
In entertainment, actress questions relevance of Nollywood guilds associations.
In sports news, Chelsea releases Super Eagles final squad full qualifiers. Now, do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV. And other social media platforms, we are at VOP TV Live. I am Vivian Oguche.
And I'm Jerry. Good
evening.